everyone, GATE 2025 is just round the corner and it is time for us to practice some good quality GATE level questions of general aptitude. So like every year, in this year also we will be bringing a video series of 15 questions for you to practice for general aptitude, keeping the GATE 2025 exam in mind. In each of these videos, we will be discussing 3 questions and I will be giving you one practice question to solve at your end and share your answers with me in the comment section. Remember, while watching these videos, it is very important that you attempt and solve the question also. So once the question is on your screen, please pause the video, give it a good try to solve it on your own. Whatever answer you have got, match it with the solution and the answer that I have discussed in the video. If you have any queries, any doubts, feel free to let me know in the comment section and I will definitely be getting back to you. All the questions that we are going to discuss in this video series will be of easy to medium level. The idea or the purpose is not to give you any tough questions just a few days before the examination, but rather give you different type of questions which have been asked in the GATE, especially keeping in mind the recent examinations of GATE which have been conducted in 2024 or in 2023, and so that you can practice more of these type of questions, you are able to solve it, you get the right answer, and that boosts your confidence before the examination. So today we are going to be discussing questions of a very important topic of general aptitude, which is permutations and combinations. Let's start. So the first question that we are going to solve: how many natural numbers till 1000 have non-repeating digits? How many natural numbers till 1000 have non-repeating digits? So very simple, basic, preliminary kind of question for permutation and combination, where we want to find out the total numbers that are there till 1000 having non-repeating digits. So there are two things that we want to note here. First and foremost, we are looking for natural numbers here. Natural numbers means we are going to start with 1, 2, 3 and 4 and so on. So we don't count 0. Our numbers is going to start from 1, 2, 3 and so on. And they have said till 1000, right? So till 1000, that means right up till 999 we are going to be looking at the digits, right? So we need to look at those numbers where the digits are not repeating. Okay, so first thing that we are going to look at is, we start from 1, 2, 3 and so on. So first and foremost, we are going to look for single digit numbers. In case of single digit numbers, there is no question of repeating or not repeating. So from 1, 2, 3 and so on up till 9. So we are going to get 9 such numbers, right? Single digit numbers, there are going to be 9, from 1 to 9. Next, what are we going to look at? Next, we are going to look at double digit numbers, right? So in double digit numbers, we are going to be having a tens place and a units place, right? Now, what is the speciality of this tens place? It cannot be 0. It cannot be 0, right? We can't have the tens place as 0. So what are the numbers by which we can fill this tens place? Again, it is going to be 1, 2, 3 and so on right up till 9. So 9 ways by which we can fill the tens place. What about the units place? The units place can be any digit including 0, but it cannot be the digit that has occupied the tens place. So again, 9 ways by which we can fill the units place. So that's again going to be 81 ways. Clear? So the tens place cannot be 0. That is the main thing that we need to keep in mind. Tens place cannot be 0. It can be 1, 2, 3, whatever up till 9. And then the units place cannot be the number which is there in the tens place. So again, 9 ways to do that. So total number of ways is going to be 81, right? 9 and 9. So and, the most basic principle. If we have and, then we multiply. If we have or, then we add in case of permutation and combination. So as far as double digit numbers are concerned, we have got 81 ways. Finally, we'll move to 3 digit numbers, right? What about 3 digit numbers? Again, for 3 digit numbers, we have a hundreds place, a tens place and a units place. As far as the hundreds place is concerned, it cannot be 0. It can be filled in 9 ways, right? Just like we saw in the case of tens place for 2-digit number. What about tens place here? If this can be filled in 9 ways, this can also be filled in 9 ways, because it can be any number except the one that has taken up the hundreds place. Then what about the units place? Units place can be anything except what has already been used in these two places. What has already been used in these two places? So 8 ways. So total number is going to be 9 into 9 into 8. That is 81 into 8, or a 648. So what is the final total number that we have? Total number, the final answer is going to be 9 plus 81 plus a 648. 738. So the final required answer is 738. So this is what we have done. We're looking at single digit numbers. How many? Right from 1 till 9. So 9 ways. We're looking at 2-digit number. First we consider tens place. We'll always start with the tens place, because the tens place has a constraint that it cannot be 0, right? So we start with the tens place. It cannot be 0. So again 9 ways. And the units place can be any number except the one which is there in the tens place, right? So again that can be done in 9 ways. So total is 9 into 9, 81 ways. Similarly for 3-digit number, hundreds place cannot be 0. So 9 ways. Tens place cannot be the number in the hundreds place, so 9 ways again. And units place cannot be the number which is there in the hundreds and tens place, so 8 ways. And the total number of ways is going to be 648. So we add all of that up to arrive at the final answer, which is 738 ways. Now let us look at the next question. In how many ways can letters of the word mobile be arranged so that at least 2 consonants remain together? So we want to find out the number of ways in which the letters of the word mobile can be arranged so that at least 2 consonants remain together. So what are consonants? So in the English alphabet, A, E, I, O, U, these are the alphabets which are known as vowels, and everything else is a consonant, right? So in this particular word, we have got O, I and E. These 3 are my vowels, and M, B and L. These 3 are my consonants, right? And we want to find out the number of ways in which the at least 2 consonants remain together. So how do we solve at least type of question? So at least 2 remain together means either I can find out, at least 2 means basically 2 or more. 2 or more than 2, right? And we have got total of 3 consonants. So we can either find out the number of ways in which 2 consonants are together, or we can find out the number of ways in which 3 consonants are together. So this is one way by which we can approach the question. Another way for solving at least type of question is you find out the total number of arrangements that are possible. The total number of ways in which all the letters can arrange, right? So total number of arrangements which are possible. And from there, you subtract the cases where none of the consonants are together. None of the consonants are together. Okay, so for at least type of questions, this approach is always going to be easier. We'll find out the total number of arrangements which are possible, and then we'll subtract the case where none of the consonants are together. Okay, so let's find out what about the total number of arrangements that are possible. That is pretty easy. We have got 6 alphabets, and the 6 alphabets are all distinct. So the number of ways in which they can arrange among themselves is simply going to be 6 factorial, which is nothing but 720. The next thing we want to find out is the number of ways in which now no consonant is together, right? No consonant is together. So in this case, what we can do is we can fix the positions of the vowels. We can fix the positions of the vowels. So if this are the 3 vowels, what are the positions that the consonants can take? What are the positions that the 3 consonants can take? So the consonant can either occupy this position, the consonant can occupy this position, it can come here or it can come here. So these are the 4 places in which the 3 consonants can go and fit. Right? So I have got 3 consonants, and how many positions are possible? 4. Out of 4, we are going to be selecting 3. So 4C3. So any of these 4 positions, the consonants can come and fit in. But we have only 3 consonants and 4 positions. Out of 4, we'll select 3. So 4C3. These consonants that we have can arrange among themselves, and then these vowels can arrange among themselves. So simply 4C3 multiplied with 3 factorial multiplied with 3 factorial. Clear? So we are going to be fixing the positions of the vowels, and then the consonants can take up any of these 4 places. Because we have 4 places but only 3 consonants, so we'll select any 3 out of that 4C3. Then the consonants can arrange among themselves 3 factorial. The vowels can arrange among themselves 3 factorial. So this is nothing but 4 into 6 into 6, which is 36 into 4, 144. Right? So what is my final answer going to be? The total number of arrangements minus the arrangements where no consonants are together. So 720 minus 144, which is going to be nothing but 576. That is option number C. So the last question for today. There are 2 white cups, 3 red cups, 4 green cups and 3 yellow cups. All the cups are uniform in shape and size except their color. So find the number of ways of selecting 4 cups. So before going ahead, let us try to understand exactly what is being asked. So we have got 2 white cups, 3 red cups, 4 green cups and 3 yellow cups, right? And they are saying that all of the cups are the same except for their color. So the only difference is in the color. And what is the number of ways in which we can select any 4 cups, right? Any 4 cups. So any 4 cups means we can select, let's say, all of the 4 green cups and be done with. Or we can select 3 yellow cups and let's say 1 white cup. Or we can take 3 red cups and we can take 1, let's say, green cup. So all of these possibilities are there. Or we take 2 white and we take 2 yellow. So all of these possibilities are there and we need to consider all of them. So we are going to be solving this question step by step. So how many ways in which we can take 4 cups of the same color, or how many ways in which we can take 3 cups of a single color and 1 cup of a different color. So that's how we need to go ahead and solve this question. So let's see, step by step we have to solve. So what do we have? We have got 2 white, 3 red, 4 green and 3 yellow cups, and we want to select 4 cups, right? Any 4 cups we want to select. So of course the first case that we can consider is that we are taking all the 4 green cups. All the 4 green cups, right? So there is only one way by which we can do this. All the 4 green cup selection can be done in only one way because the cups are all identical, remember? Only the color is different. So we are selecting all 4 green cups and there is only one way to do that. So another way by which we can write this is that we take 4 green cups and then the remaining are all going to be 0. The remaining are all going to be 0, and this can be done in only one way because yellow, red and white, we don't have 4 cups. If we had 4 cups, then we would have to consider that case also. But in this case, we only have 4 green, so we will go ahead with that. The next case is that we can take 3 cups of, let's say, green color and 1 cup of, suppose, white, and the other 2 we don't take, right? So this is also one case possible where we are taking 3 cups of one particular color and 1 cup of any other color, and then the other 2 colors we are not going to be taking, right? So in this, what are all the possibilities, right? So let's say we can take 3 red and 1 green and 0 white and 0 yellow, or we can take 3 green and 1 red and then 0 white and 0 yellow. So all of these cases we are going to be considering. All of these cases we are going to be considering. So what is this exactly? What is this? This is the number of ways by which we can arrange n articles of which P are similar, Q are similar, R are similar, etc. So we have learnt this. This is a very standard formula for permutation combination. Number of ways in which n objects can be arranged if out of these n articles P are similar, Q are similar, R are similar, and so on. Right? So that's all there is in this. So this is nothing but 4 factorial upon divided by 2 factorial. So how many ways? 4 factorial upon 2 factorial. This is nothing but 4 into 3, 2 factorial will get cancelled. 12 ways. 12 ways. Is this correct? Is this correct, or there is something else that we should consider? Something else we should consider? Look at the number of white cups there are. There are only 2 white cups. So then how is it possible that we are going to take 3 white cups and 1 red cup or anything like that? So that is not possible. So we have to subtract the case. We have to subtract the case where we are considering 3 white cups, because we don't have 3 white cups, we only have 2. We only have 2. So we cannot take this consideration where there are 3 white cups. So if we have taken 3 white cups, suppose we have taken 3 white cups, then remaining we need to take 1 cup. And how many ways can that 1 cup be selected from? Because we have got red, green as well as yellow options. So how many ways in which we can select them? 3C1, right? So that is 3 ways. 3 ways. So this 3 ways we need to subtract from this 12. Is this part clear? So what exactly are we doing here? We are subtracting the case where we have taken 3 white cups. Now suppose, what is that case where we have taken 3 white cups? So we have taken 3 white cups, and let's say we have taken 1 green cup and 0 red and 0 yellow cups, right? Or we have taken 3 white, 0 green, 1 red and 0 yellow. Or we have taken 0 green, 0 red and 1 yellow. Right? So these are the 3 ways that's what we are talking about here. And these 3 cases we need to subtract, because it's not possible. We don't have 3 white cups only. So 12 minus 3, that is nothing but 9 ways. 12 minus 3, that is nothing but 9 ways. Okay. Now if you look at your first case, that is also something that we can conclude if you proceed in this same manner. How? Because here we have taken 4 cups of a particular color and 0 cups of the other, right? But 4 cups are possible only for green. 4 cups are possible only for green. So the remaining we need to subtract. So here what is the number of ways? If we use the formula n factorial by p factorial, q factorial and so on, it is 4 factorial upon 3 factorial, right? Actually 4 ways. But from here we need to subtract the case. Which case? Subtract the case where we are considering 4 white or 4 red or 4 yellow, because that is simply not possible. So we are again subtracting those 3 ways, and that is eventually giving us 1 way. Right? So that's how you can look at your case 1 also. But the first case is fairly easy to understand. So if you just go ahead with 1 way, that will also work. Let's move to the third case. Third case is again, how we can do? We can do, let's say, 2 of one color, 2 of another color and 0, 0. 2 of one color, 2 of another color and 0, 0. Again, how many ways by which we can do this? It's going to be 4 factorial upon 2 factorial upon 2 factorial. Same principle, that n arrangement of n items or n articles of which p are similar, q are similar, r are similar and so on. Right? Same principle. So 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial divided by 2 factorial. So this is going to be 4 into 3, 2 factorial gets cancelled, 6 ways, right? Now here, do we have any exception case? No, because we are taking 2 and 2. So we have got 2 cups of each color. So this is fine. What about case 4? What will be case 4? 4 cups, right? So we can take 2, 1, 1, 0. This is also possible. 2, 1, 1, 0. So this is going to be again Similar to what we saw in case 2, right? Again, it's going to be 4 factorial by 2 factorial. So this is going to be 12 ways. Again, no exception here because we do have a minimum number here. Is there anything else that is possible? Any other kind of a selection? So we can have 1 cup of each color also. 1 cup of each color. So again, how many ways by which we can do this? Only one way by which this can be done, because again the cups are all identical, right? So one way of selecting a green, one way of selecting a red, a yellow or a white. Okay, so the total number of ways by which we can select is simply going to be 1 plus 9, 10, 16, 28 and 1. So 29 ways. Okay, so our final answer is going to be 29, that is option number B. So in the last few years, we have seen GATE asking questions of permutation, combination and probability where a specific formula is applied, but it does not directly give us the answer. So we have to use any particular principle or any particular formula, but we also have to manually list down all the cases that are possible and then we have to add it up. So last year there was this set question which had come. Even before that there was one set question where we have to sit down and manually consider all the cases that are possible, count it up, and that will be our final answer. But how we find out that manual cases is based on some principle or some formula that we have learned in permutation and combination. And that is why I included this question here, so that you know that although we are working with the basic concept of n factorial by p factorial, q factorial and so on, but we need to also understand exactly what is being asked in the question, accordingly find out what are the cases, then list those cases down and then manually find them out, right? So that will be all for today's video or class on permutation and combination. This is the practice question for you. In how many ways can 5 letters be posted in 4 different post boxes? And the options are 512, 1024, 625 and 20. So give this question a try and let us know your answer in the comment section below. After 24 hours, that means tomorrow, in the first comment we will be writing the actual answer of this particular question, right? Apart from that, if you have any questions or if you have any doubts or you do not understand any of the questions that we discussed today, you can let me know in the comment section and I will definitely get back to you. The next video will be on probability, so we will be discussing some interesting questions of probability, so please look out for that video also. Thank you so much for watching. All the best.